Hey guys, welcome back. I'm going to talk a little bit about how I cleared my acne. When I was about 25 years old, I'm 33, almost 34 now, I started coming down with a horrible case of hormonal acne. It was the kind of acne that was right around the jawline here. It kind of went around this way. It was like beside the eyebrows, and it would just be so red and inflamed and just like hot to the touch. And it seems like no matter what I did, I still had this acne. It's just like when one would go away, another one would pop up. And it was just so hard to deal with. And it was just one of those things where no matter what I did, I could not get rid of this acne. And I had it for probably from age 25 to about 31. I started getting a hold on it when I was about 31, 32 years old. So I had it for a really good long while. So I did some research online, and before I go on into this, I'm just going to give you guys a disclaimer. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a physician. These are my opinions. This is what I did to get rid of my acne, and hopefully it'll help you. If you have acne to where it's, where you think you need to go see a doctor, go see your doctor or dermatologist and get it checked out. But anyways, I started doing some research on some things that, might cause acne and that sort of thing. And one thing that I gave up that really helped my acne was using silicone-based facial primers. I noticed whenever I used the silicone-based facial primers that I would break out like almost in like blackheads all around here. And then here you can see I had one recently. I have a spot. Just red and inflamed. And it was just every time I used a silicone-based primer. So I stopped using those, okay? And I started doing some research, and I knew that retinol treated acne. Retin-A has always been out on the market. It's pretty expensive, if you don't have insurance. I did not have insurance at the time, so I didn't want to tote out the money to go to the doctor. So I thought to myself, okay, what at the drugstore can I buy has retinol in it? So this is what I came across. This is the Roc Retinol Correction Deep Wrinkle Night Cream. I have used probably, you can see this one's almost gone, four or five tubes of this, I would say. What is so awesome about this is when you put it on your face, you just need a little bit. It's kind of creamy. It's pretty emollient. So I'll just kind of show you. It's really creamy, so a little bit goes a long way. But what that retinol does is it gets down into those pores and like literally pulls out all of that junk that's inside of those pimples. Like if I would get like a really bad pimple, I would put it on there. And within 3 days, you could literally see it coming to the surface. You could see, it was like, the ones you never could, mash. You're not supposed to mash your pimples, but, the ones where you just couldn't, they just would never do anything. This started bringing it to the surface. So it's the Roc Retinol Correction Deep Wrinkle Night Cream. So I picked this up. And so along with it, I saw somebody, they were doing a tutorial on skincare, and nobody was talking about this product right here, except this maybe one or two women that I saw on YouTube that said they really liked this. Okay, so this is the Roc MAX Resurfacing Facial Cleanser. So what this is, it's like a gritty, pleasant smelling, but it's like a exfoliating, grainy cleanser. And it just feels so good on your skin. It just feels like it's getting deep down into the pores. It's really cleaning them out. You can just really tell that it's doing something, you know? And when you wash your face looks automatically smoother. So I thought that it was really good. It just looks automatically smoother. So I started using this and I started noticing an improvement within the first couple days. I started noticing an improvement just with these two alone, okay? So this gets down and pulls out all the junk that's in those big nasty pimples, hormonal pimples, and this really just cleans and resurfaces the skin. So these two Roc products together, okay? So since this is pulling everything to the surface, I needed to combat what was coming out. So I used Proactive in the past. Proactive was one of those things where it was good when you used it, but whenever you stopped using it, watch out because it's like your face goes completely crazy. But I did like this pore targeting treatment. It is the benzoyl peroxide, 2.5% benzoyl peroxide treatment. So what I did after I washed my face, put this on, I would go over with the benzoyl peroxide and just get where I was just breaking out. And so I would put that on there and let that kind of dry. So after I put that on there, I went in another step and used a salicylic acid acne treatment. This was the Clinique Acne Solutions Clinical Clearing Gel Salicylic Acid Acne Medication. This is a 1% salicylic acid. So in conjunction with all of these and this and this, I started noticing an improvement. Like I would say within a month, my skin was almost completely clear. Completely clear. I had not had clear skin in so long. I didn't know what it was like to have clear skin. But these products did it for me in this order, or, you know, just those 4 products. It really started to make a huge difference in my skin care. So one thing that I did use, you do not have to have this, but this is one thing that I had, was the Clarisonic Mia. Okay, you can get this at Ulta, Sephora. It's got the little charging thing here, and you just put the little magnetic thing here and you plug it in the wall, and you know, it beeps and it times and all that. I use this in conjunction with this. You do not have to use this in conjunction. You can definitely just use your fingers and massage. But since I had this already, I decided just to go ahead and use this. So I use this in conjunction with those products. Okay, and then lastly, when I got up in the morning and I was doing my morning routine, which was very minimal. I don't even know if I used moisturizer because I was so afraid to start clogging in my pores again, but I knew that I needed some sort of anti-aging because, I mean, I needed something. So I have been a fan of Estee Lauder for a long time, and I have been using this for a long time. This is the Estee Lauder Advanced Night Repair Concentrate. Or the Synchronized Recovery Complex. There's like 2 different kinds. But it comes in a little dropper, and I literally just did, you know, like a half a dropper full, put it in my hand, just rub it together, and just put it all over my face. And that was really it. That's all I did besides, you know, cleansing my face in the morning with this again, and then using this. This is all that I did, and I noticed my skin was getting so clear because I just wasn't packing all this stuff on it that didn't need to be there. You know, every time I would use some kind of moisturizer, I would always start breaking out. It's just like my skin was not ready, but it was ready for this. And I noticed that it started to help with redness and kind of discoloration, spots. So this was really, really worth the money. They give these away in samples all the time. If you buy like an eyeshadow, blush, mascara, sometimes they'll have the giveaway and you can get these and you can try it. So you can get them in smaller sizes. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. This is one of my holy grail face moisturizer. I wouldn't even call it a moisturizer. It's like a serum of all time. I don't think I will ever stop using this. Okay, and there's one extra thing that I wanted to throw in. I started getting low on this, and you can see it's almost empty. And so I had not been to the Clinique counter, and so I went to the drugstore and I picked up the Neutrogena Rapid Clear 2-in-1 Fight and Fade Gel. Okay, so remember how I was telling you about before, I had like a lot of blackheads in through this area here. All those blackheads were purging, and they were coming to the surface, and it was rough. And so I had to get them out. So, I actually am a licensed cosmetologist. And so I was trained to be able to, how to get a pimple properly with the proper tools and sanitation. So after I got all of these blackheads out, I did have some scarring, and I still have scarring. It's still red. You can't tell with my makeup on right now, but I still do have scarring. So what I started using was this Neutrogena gel, and I started putting it on the redness and on the scarring, and it literally started fading within a matter of days. You could tell the redness was going away, that scarring was going away. The deepness in the scarring was going away. The overall complexion of my skin was brighter. And it's because of this. Now, I will say one thing about this. If you use this and you don't use this one, which is totally fine, you can. If you just use this one, you have to be really careful after you go after all of your steps and put this on. Because whenever you put this on, like on top of something else, it rolls. If it's on top of like another lotion type product, it will roll on the skin. So what you have to do is just kind of dot it on and just let it air dry. Just kind of do this thing or just let it air dry. Just dot it on. And that way, you're not rubbing it off. You just have to just dot it on, let it air dry, and go to sleep. So literally, that's all that I did to get rid of my acne. I would say my face is pretty clear. You can see I have one here and here, and I had like a couple spots you can see. Even under my double wear makeup, you can still see where I have some spots that I'm working on. But it's getting so much better. So just to kind of go over it again, I used the Roc MAX Resurfacing Cleanser, the Roc Retinol Correction Deep Wrinkle Night Cream. Then I used the Proactive Pore Targeting Treatment and the Clinique Acne Solutions 1% Salicylic Acid. And you could also use the Neutrogena Rapid Clear 2-in-1 Fight Gel and the Estee Lauder Advanced Night Repair Serum, along with the Clarisonic for cleansing. So I really hope that this video helped you guys. I hope you can go out and get these products and that you really start to see a change in your acne. And I just hope this reaches somebody that really needs it, because I know it is a very stressful thing to have to deal with, and you do not want to have to deal with acne when you are an adult. You think you're a teenager, you should deal with it when you're a teenager. I didn't have acne when I was a teenager. I got it when I was an adult. So I hope this helped you guys. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Leave some comments down below if you have any questions, and I hope to see you guys soon. Thanks. Bye.